Right here was the nerve centre of the Second World War. Who are we talking about? Well, of course, Winston Churchill. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Now, today I thought I'd share with you a very short film, simply because a lot of people say to me, we love the fact that you take us all around London and some of the special places that I like to report from outside. I'm so glad that you like what I'm sharing with you, because some of these places are incredibly special. And a lot of people say, well, what are your favourite places, Neil? Where do you really like to go time and time again? Well, one of them is this place here. It's the brilliant Churchill War Rooms. Now, when I first came here, I was a lot younger and you don't really take it in. You kind of are a little bit dismissive of certain things. And then when you look into it a little bit deeper, you do realise just what a phenomenal place it is. And this truly was the place that Winston masterminded the Second World War victory from. Now, like all good things here in this wonderful city of London, there are sort of undiscovered gems, and this truly is one of them. As I say, it's where Winston really masterminded the spectacular victory over Germany way back in the 40s. But like all good stories, I often think about this with Winston Churchill. He took us through, as he said, our darkest hours, and then when it came round to election time, got dumped. Now, a lot of people say politics and showbiz are very similar, and they are when you think about it, because he did all of that, and then when he thought he would get back in with no problem at all, given the fact that he'd done so well for us during that dark period, well, he got binned. I think a lot of people, though, say now when you look back at the history, is that people associated him with the dark days of the war, and they wanted something fresh, something new, maybe some new optimism. Of course, Winston bounced back, as he always did. And as I say, this particular museum is wonderful in itself. As you can see from the pictures here, you see lots of wonderful artifacts, things that you could only imagine that you would have ever got close to. What I particularly like about the Churchill story himself is that he was one of these people that was inspiring. In fact, our current British Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Boris Johnson, wrote a book all about him. And we are told that both Margaret Thatcher and Boris are greatly inspired by the Churchill method. Make of that what you will. One of the things that I found particularly interesting when I was looking into his life was how he really diversified. He was an excellent painter, scriptwriter, sketch writer, author. Did you know, in fact, that he had an association with Hollywood way back in the 1930s when he signed a deal with MGM? Apparently it didn't work out too well because he locked horns with the studio chief, which was Louis B. Mayer. You can never really have two people of great power battling it out, can you? Now, there could only have been one winner. On this occasion, of course, it was Louis B. Apparently they had a spectacular fallout in some screening rooms in Tower Street, just over the road here. Winston was summoned to meet Louis in his suite at the Savoy. Now, they paid him for the 3 scripts, but really nothing really became of those stories. It's a shame, because had they been successful, that could have been a totally different career. As I say, if you're looking for something fun and interesting to do and really sort of enriching historically, this is the place for you. Not only that, these particular rooms are also run by the Imperial War Museum, which also has a wonderful separate museum out in Lambeth. If you like all things Royal Air Force, that definitely is the place for you. But for now, I'll just leave you to, look at some of these wonderful artifacts, as I say, that can be found within the Churchill War Rooms. And if you wonder where I disappear to from time and time again and need to be inspired, well, there's so many places like this in London, and I do thank you all for saying to me that I'd be a wonderful ambassador and I should write a travel book. All that's been noted. But if you'd like to see more of these movies, like, share and let me know. But for now, for Churchill, we thank you. Neil Sean, Churchill War Rooms, London.